Boom, 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 chickadee chanker, lads and lasses. How's it going, everybody? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another cheeky little Manchester United news roundup, transfer news update for you, lads and lasses, this afternoon. Hope you're doing good. Oh, shit. Let me turn that down, crikey. Hope you're doing good though, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. We've got a few little bits to get into this afternoon. Plenty of stuff to go on. I think we can all just kick off this stream right away by saying the Glazers are a bunch of shithouses, and the fact that they haven't actually got the Sancho deal done, or any other deals done for that matter, other than Tom Heaton, obviously, which we'll talk about in a bit, is absolutely gas-tastic. And let's just start with this stream by getting a whole bunch of angry faces and hashtag Glazers out and green and gold emojis flowing throughout the live chat, because I, for one, am sickened by this transfer window already, mate. Yeah, okay, yeah, the Euros are on, yeah, guff. Get some business done before then. There's other teams signing players. There's no good excuse. Give the fan base something, give Ollie something to have hope for and look forward to coming back at the start of the pre-season, but no. Fucking rancid owners we've got this football club, and I, for one, am disgusted with the window. But, hey, look, we're not going to get too emotional right now. It's still early days. Hopefully these players will sign for us, you know, and we will get these good players in. But to kick things off with, guys, well, actually, let me just say hello to everybody's in here. We've got Berber, Johnny Gallagher, Kayak, Finley Halpin, Nathan Best, how you doing, sir? Deluxius, hello, bro. Berber again, Jaden Williams, I'm Tamarindo, hello, dude. Kaguro Tendo, MUFC fan, Sean Nettleton, Mason M. Thank you very much for getting it in. Mason M says Sancho news. Well, this is the frustrating thing. This is what I'm saying. The Glazers haven't got Sancho in yet. Woodward and Co., Matty Judgemeister, etc. They haven't got him in. It's been such a saga already. They're still negotiating with Dortmund. They're still apart in terms of the amount of money that they want to pay for the guy. Dortmund are holding out. Of course, they hold the cards in the sense that they are contractually in charge of Jadon Sancho right now. But the time's obviously dwindling on in terms of his contract length. They're going to want to cash in as soon as possible, but they want a fair price. United keep lowballing them, guys. We're a bunch of lowballs. I'm surprised Ed Woodward isn't hopping around on a bloody space hopper, because his balls must be touching the fecking ground. They're so low. We're always lowballing everybody. It's so frustrating, guys. I mean, yeah, you know, let's give you this 67 million euros up top, and then if he wins the Ballon d'Or, we'll give you another 2 million. And then if he signs an advertisement deal for bloody Safeway, we'll give you another £5. It's absolute garbage, mate. They're just lowballers. Anyway, so that's the situation with Sancho, guys. I'd love to be able to tell you that Sancho is imminent and he's signing, and maybe imminent is the word, because hopefully he's, well, imminent means that he's definitely going to sign. I mean, that is not 100% the case. Look at what happened last season, guys. I think he is going to sign soon. I hope he's going to sign soon. My gut feeling is that this is the window. Why go back and have another window of negotiations with Dortmund if you're not really, truly going to get closer to the valuation and sign the guy? So I'm pretty sure that he's going to be signed this summer, but I don't know if it's going to be, probably after the windows, but after the Euros, but hopefully, you know, very, very soon, very, very soon. Guys, do us a favour at the start of this stream and smash that thumbs up button on the stream if you haven't done so. Hit a cheeky little like on it. That would be awesome of you. And get your thoughts and opinions in as we go along, of course. Love the new emojis. Thank you, Shazan Ahmed, mate. Yes, shout out to Travis once again for some new emojis there. Shout out to the man. Hey, and everybody, appreciate you getting in here. Get your thoughts in throughout as we go along. So the big news, I guess, of the day, guys, which I want to talk about, and it does have some ramifications, not really, for Manchester United, which is Sergio Ramos leaving Real Madrid. So he's announced that he's leaving Real Madrid. It's an end of an era in terms of Spanish football, and for himself personally, of course, he's been there for, I think, 16 seasons, 16 years. Sergio Ramos has been at Real Madrid, representing Los Blancos, doing absolute bits, to be fair. A great player over those times. Yes, he's aged now. He's got to 35 years of age. Is he still the player he was when he was 30? No, he's not. But I tell you what, in some ways he's probably more experienced. In some ways, maybe mentally, maybe he's better in some ways. You know, that's obviously something you don't lose, is you get the experience, you get the knowledge from playing that long career. Now, will his knees be able to keep up with it? Will he be injury prone over the course of the next couple of seasons? Probably will be. He was injury prone last season. That is a concern. Is he still good enough at the top level to do a job for a club like Manchester United in the Premier League? Well, in my opinion, I think that is a big fact. Yes, if you've got a fit Sergio Ramos, he's 35, he's not 105, he's Still quality. For a centre-back, you could play on a little bit more. Remember, we got Laurent Blanc for a cheeky little season. Did us the world of good. Sergio Ramos is somebody who has cojones, as the Spanish would say. He's somebody who has a bit of bottle about him. He's a captain. He's a leader. He might see red a few too many times. That's one thing, but he's a passionate individual. He will be fighting tooth and nail for you out there on the pitch. And he's a good footballer all round. He's not just a centre-back, a defender. He's a good all-round footballer. Something that United could do with a bit of ability to see a pass from the back there and keep hold of the ball a bit better. I think that is actually, to be fair, that's an area of the back line that is not really a problem too much. Maguire and Lindelof, a good pass of the football, to be fair. But hey, it wouldn't hurt to have another good intelligent football brain, and he might actually chip in with a few goals here and there because he is a goal-scoring centre-back. There's not many of those, but he is one of those. So basically, he did a farewell speech. He described it as his most difficult day. He gave a very emotional farewell speech to the club today. He broke down in tears, my friends. He had a little cry, and he said, "I'll come back here one day, I'm sure. I want to say a huge thanks to Real Madrid. I will always carry you in my heart." So he actually joined Real Madrid in 2005 and he won 22 trophies at the Bernabeu, including 5 La Liga titles, four Champions Leagues. I mean, the guy's got more trophies than most football clubs do, to be fair. 4 Champions Leagues, the 35-year-old veteran captain's contract expires at the end of June. However, as he put it in Thursday's specially staged farewell event, a wonderful stage is closing, one that has been unique in my life, but an exciting new chapter begins and I go into it with a lot of desire to show my quality for many years to come. 16 years at the club, 671 appearances, 101 goals. So I told you he's a goal-scoring centre-back. 101 goals. Obviously, he does take penalties, but also headers and things like that. Gets a lot of goals, man. Like I say, he's a good all-round footballer. That's quite an impressive tally. 671 appearances, 101 goals for a defender. That is fantastic when you think nearly 1 in 6. That's quite unbelievable, really. Fantastic stats from Sergio Ramos over in La Liga. 22 trophies. There you go, guys. So it looks like there's a few potential destinations for him, but just to give you some stats here, Sergio Ramos, the 4th player with the most La Liga games played for Real Madrid, 469. The second one with the most titles won in the Blancos' history, 22, alongside Sanchez and Marcelo, only surpassed by Paco Gento. So that is, he's a legend, obviously, of Real Madrid, one of the biggest football clubs in history. He's an absolute legend. He's won it all. Does he want a new challenge in his career? Does he want to go and do it in a big league like the Premier League and play for a club such as Manchester United, who are still in a transitional period under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? We've got some very exciting players. There is some problem areas at the team. He could probably be a very integral part of our club, of our defence, for a season or two. In my opinion, now, this is just my opinion. I'm gonna throw it out to the live chat here now, guys, because I know a lot of you people, and let's just say we're not going to get Varane, okay? Now, we will get onto that in a bit. I'll talk about Varane, but we'll talk about Ramos right now. We will get onto Varane, but let's just forget Varane for now. Let's just say that doesn't happen, okay? Because obviously we all want Varane. He's 28. He's better right now. He's got many more years left on the clock. He's the one that everybody wants, of course. So let's just forget about Varane for a moment. But Sergio Ramos, guys, let me just ask you this, and I just want a yes or no answer from everybody in the live chat. Is Sergio Ramos still good enough to play for Manchester United at centre-back in the Premier League? Answer me that question. Consider we've got Maguire at the moment and Lindelof. Answer me that question, guys, please. Please answer me the question. Shazad Ahmed says no. James Weenan says yes. G-Wolf United says no. Jonathan Gallagher says yes. ZX Flame says yes. Oh, Busy the Beast says yes. Shazad Ahmed says, hey dude, Red Devils Gaming. Sorry, exclusive. How you doing there, mate? Yes, says Red Devils Gaming. No, says Snapfield Walk. So actually, quite a split in the live chat there. I'd say almost 50-50. A lot of you people think it's no good. He's no good for doing the job at Manchester United for a season. I would say that is poppycock, my friends. Poppycock. He's just finished a glittering career at Real Madrid. He's not going to lose his abilities overnight. He's still fit as a fiddle, mate. He's built like a brick shithouse, mate. Look at take his shirt off. He's got a six-pack and everything, guys. He takes good care of himself, this man. He's not a slob. He's not going to balloon out like Fat Ronaldo. Now he's got to 35. It's not going to happen, guys. He's going to take it very, very seriously, my friends. And he still wants a challenge. He's not announced that he's retiring. He's not announced that he's leaving Real Madrid to, pursue a career in bloody origami. He's not changing lanes. He's just changing teams. He's going to go play for somebody else. So, look, whoever is willing to pay him a decent amount of money could have the services of Sergio Ramos. In my opinion, he is still good enough because He's been doing it at the top level the last couple of seasons. Yes, he might be blighted by injury issues. A lot of people said the same thing about Edinson Cavani when he was coming, myself included. And look how he worked out. Now, Sergio Ramos might not be the player for you to play 38 Premier League games. He might not be that Harry Maguire complete concrete slab that's just indestructible and is not realistically going to get injured hardly at all and is going to be physically fit and conditioned to play for the whole season. At this age, at 35, he's probably not going to be that player for us. What I'm proposing is he's the player to come in, rally the troops, be a great leader when he is playing, play most of the games when he's fit to partner Harry Maguire, to give us, intelligence and wisdom at the back there with his years and everything that he's won, and be a great leader for us, because he is a leader as well, and we are lacking in that area a little bit. We've added a few over the years now. We've improved that. Solskjaer deserves massive credit for that. He had to get rid of a lot of stinkers, and he's had to sign some good characters. It's not all about the players, the technique, it's about the character sometimes. And he's done that very well, Solskjaer. Somebody like Sergio Ramos is exactly what we need. He's a little bit nasty. He's very, very determined, very passionate, very professional, committed. All of the things that we want. Is he perfect? Is he a perfect signing right now? No, because of his age. And because he is a little bit injury prone, and because you don't know what his true intentions are. We discussed it with the Cavani deal a year ago. Is Cavani coming like a Radamel Falcao situation just for the cash? And he's over the hill and he's far away and he doesn't give a shit. Is that what's happened? No, with Cavani that wasn't the case. Could that be the case with Sergio Ramos? Well, I guess it could. If he's just left Real Madrid because they weren't prepared to offer him as good a deal as he could get elsewhere, and he's just going somewhere for a big final payday before he hangs up his boots after a great career at Real Madrid, then maybe Manchester United should not go for him. I understand. But personally, I think if Sergio Ramos is coming to your club, he's gonna want to be in the mix. He's going to want to play. He's going to want to have an impact. And I think at his age, for a season, or maybe even two, he could still do the business at the top level for Man United. Not maybe in every game, but in a lot of games, because he's still a quality player, still physically fit, takes care of himself. And he's just a brilliant player, guys. Like, I'm sorry to say, but he's a brilliant player. Like, he might be over the hill a little bit in terms of his age, but he still hasn't lost that ability. When he's fit, he's as good as anybody, really. Okay, turning into OAP FC, says Snapfield Walk. That is ironic, Snapfield Walk, because last season, the start of last year, we were saying we're playing the bloody kids because most of the team is so young. We have got a young team, my friend, and you can't win anything with kids. Obviously, you can win something with kids. Obviously, Anna Hansen shut the bed on that one. You never win anything with kids. Anyway, but the fact is, it's harder to win stuff with kids. I think you need a good blend, a good balance of age and experience, youth and experience. And what you have with a player like Sergio Ramos is experience in droves. Look at Cavani coming in, just giving everybody a boost, probably helping out the youngsters, people like Rashford, people like Greenwood, Martial, the centre forwards, in the team, the youngsters, helping everybody out just with his drive, with his determination. People around him see that. And he's contributing out there on the pitch and scoring the goals. So he is an experienced player that we needed. We've got youngsters everywhere else pretty much. Greenwood's 19, Rashford's pretty young. You've got youngsters in terms of the wing-back positions with Trippier and, not Trippier, with Wan-Bissaka, and then you've got some other youngsters throughout the team. But yeah, okay, we've got more experienced players now than we did a couple of years ago. Maguire, Bruno Fernandes, Cavani. These guys are all very, very much experienced. So we have done a good job of getting that balance. But still, adding one more veteran player to the squad who has won everything, who's got that winner's mentality, that elite mentality, cannot really hurt. I think it's important that you have players who know how to win things, and he's certainly a player that knows how to win things. And he can just impart that wisdom and impart those experiences onto some of his teammates there, and you just never know. He might be able to drag us into an important final or into a victory in a big game, because he's that sort of a player, guys. He's a big game player. He's an experienced player. So in my opinion, I think he's a great addition to a squad on a free transfer basis, because he's on a free. And would I rule it out? Not really, because look at the Glazers, man. Look at what they did last year. They haggled all summer long to try and sign Sancho, and then they ended up shitting the bed and just going for the budget Poundland option and getting Edinson Cavani. And don't get me wrong, Edinson was a bloody beast, and I love Edinson Cavani, but that's still what it was. It was a sort of a panic buy end of the window, just because they didn't want to pay the full money for Jadon Sancho. That's exactly what it was. So it worked out as it turns out. But yeah, I mean, look, guys, come on, give me a break here. He's still quality. He's still a quality player. Is he Raphael Varane standards? No, not now, because he's just older. But this is what Fabrizio Romano said. He said, Sergio Ramos, this is transcribed by Fabrizio Romano. He said, in the last month, Real Madrid offered me an offer of 1 year with 10% less salary. So they did want him still, but they just didn't want to pay an aging player the huge amount of money that he's still on. He said, the money was never the problem. I wanted 2 years. Then I accepted the proposal, but the contract renewal offer had an expiration date, and I didn't know about it. What? Okay, then. Well, you probably want to sack your agent off then, mate. That's piss poor. I don't really buy that, to be fair. He just sounds like he wants to leave. He wasn't really quite happy with the amount of money that was being offered, and he feels like he can get better money elsewhere. That's the real long and short of it. None of this, I didn't know when the expiration date was of the contract. That's piss poor, mate. What are you, 12? It's, so in my opinion, yeah, he's looking for more money. So, yeah, okay. This is the argument, guys. Do you want Sergio Ramos based on the fact that he's pretty much leaving Real Madrid because he can get more money elsewhere? And he's 35. That's the humdinger, really. If he really wanted to go on at the top level, he could just sign a new contract. He's even just said himself that Real Madrid offered him a 1 year contract with 10% less salary. And he said it wasn't about the money. It was never the problem. He wanted 2 years. So, you know, it's a cash grab in a way. He knows he can go somewhere else, sign with a big signing fee, get a good bit of money. But that doesn't mean that he's not going to be a good committed player for, say, a club like United, because look at Cavani. Same thing happened with Cavani. And obviously he turned out to be a fantastic player for us this season. So the same thing can happen with Sergio Ramos, my friends. Anyway, so he's got an expiration, the expiration of his contract offer he didn't know about. That's bullshit. He did say that there's a couple of clubs that he's definitely not joining. So when asked about his future, what can happen with his future, Sergio Ramos ruled out 2 clubs. He simply just said, in regards to Sevilla, he says, I'm not joining Sevilla. This is not even an option. He said during his departure press conference, as transcribed by Fabrizio Romano. And then in asked about Barcelona, he said, Barcelona? Impossible. You'll never see me at Barca. I don't know which club I'm joining yet. When I don't know, I'll be the first to announce it. It's not time to talk about my future. So obviously he's still there at the end until the end of the month, and then after that, he can talk to other clubs. Well, he can talk to other clubs anytime now. But I guess he'll probably announce it after leaving Real Madrid, and then a couple of days later he'll announce that he signed for a new club. So there is a chance here for Manchester United to sign him. In my opinion, we probably should try and do that if we can't get Rafael Varane. The first choice is Rafael Varane. If you can't sign Rafael Varane, then I think Sergio Ramos is a great option because he's on a free. He's still good for a season. He's still experienced to add a lot into the side. And it's not going to break the bank because of his age and because he's on a free transfer. So in a lot of ways, it does make sense. So in my opinion, Varane is the one. But if you can't get Varane, then I think that Sergio Ramos would actually be a really, really good second option, guys. Let's have a vote in the live chat. Who would you like to see Manchester United sign in the next, month, say? Would it be Rafael Varane or would it be Sergio Ramos? Given the choice. One of them is available on a free. The other one would be, 60 plus million. So it is a bit of a difference. Simon, how you doing, Simon Lee? Ramos, if Ramos comes, De Gea will stay. There you go. A little bit of Spanish vibes there. Spanish Ramos and De Gea action. Nice. Nathan Best says Thiago Silva did a job for Chelsea. So Ramos could easily do a job. Exactly, Nathan Best. I'm with you on that one, dude. Age is just a number, especially these days with sports science being so good. These guys can play on a little bit more. And it's not a striker who's losing his legs so much. If you've got the reading of the game, if you've got the mental aspect of the game down to a T, you can be a great centre-back. It's not all about having that supreme pace. So even if you lose a few yards over the latter part of your career, you can still be a great defender because you've got that intelligence, you've got that positioning, that instinct of defending for all those years. Kayak says Ramos also said he wouldn't join Arsenal. He just left that part out. Well, that was just a given. It's a given, isn't it? It's obvious he's not going to join Arsenal. Botman or Koundé says Shamir Qureshi. Okay, then fair enough. Well, a little bit of division in the live chat there. Koundé or Koulibaly United should sign. So there's a lot of different players here that United would like to, people would like to see United sign. I'm just going to create a poll here, actually. Which centre-back would you like to see? Would you like to see Man United sign? I'm just going to make a little poll here. Koundé, Ramos, Varane, Or let's say, who's the other? Who's one of the other most realistic? Oh yeah, okay, Koulibaly. Let's go with Koulibaly. That's probably one of the other most popular ones. So there you go. Ask my community. Let's see what the community says at the end of this anyway. So I'll just put a cheeky little poll out. If you guys want to have a vote in it, please do. He will get a bunch of red cards, says Kingface. Well, that is a big problem with Sergio Ramos. It's true. He's like the Roy Keane of centre-back, mate. He's going to get sent off regularly. But he's got that passion, mate. That's what it's about. You know, he's a leader. He's a passionate guy. Okay, he does leave his team in the lurch sometimes, but more often than not, his performances, get them on the winning side. I mean, if you look at those stats, as I say, I can't believe that his stats suggest that they don't suggest, the stats show that he's got one goal in nearly every 6 games. It's quite unbelievable, really, for a centre-back to be getting those sorts of statistics. Very impressive over that sort of a length of career. So fantastic stats. So there you go. Sergio Ramos, in the last 10 months, Real Madrid offered me an offer of 1 year with a 10% less salary. The money was never the problem. That's bullshit, guys. He's not joining Sevilla. He's not joining Barcelona. He'll talk about his future after he's left Real Madrid come the end of this month, June. So where's he going to go then, lads and lasses? This is the question. Where is he going to go? Sergio Ramos, there's already some hints to say that maybe he would be interested in playing in the Premier League. There's been some mention of Man City, which I find a little bit interesting because obviously Pep Guardiola's their coach. He was the coach of Barca. But this is a quote from Sergio Ramos. He said once, Pep Guardiola's Barcelona is the best side I've ever played against, which is obviously, high praise. So he obviously thinks that he's a good manager. It was announced, obviously, he'll be leaving Real Madrid. In terms of City, they don't need him at all, really. They don't need him like we need him. This is on Manchester Evening News, by the way. This is the source for this story. Manchester Evening News today talking about the fact that City could maybe be interested in Sergio Ramos, while Guardiola's Bayern team excellent. It's fair to say the City team has surpassed their achievements over the last few years. Ramos will know that this is an opportunity to play for the closest version to the conquering Barcelona side of old. Personally, I think there's very little chance of that happening because City, they just bought a couple of good centre-backs last season. I don't think they're going to go and sign an ageing Sergio Ramos, although it wouldn't surprise me if Pep Guardiola was an admirer. So there you go. There's a story by Manchester Evening News. I personally think that's bullshit. I think it's more likely, in my opinion, because we need him more. And it's not there's no links there with the Barca vibes and all that kind of thing. I think it's more likely that he would sign for Manchester United because we need him more. We could probably give him a more key role in the team, give him some more assurances. We can pay him pretty damn well, I think, as well. So, I actually think there's a reasonable chance that Manchester United could be in for Sergio Ramos should the Varane deal completely shit the bed and we are not able to get the lad in. It wouldn't surprise me because you know what we're all about, guys. But here we go. So this is basically what Solskjaer's thinking may be, right? Because he has got a player at the back there, Maguire, who's just come back from injury, but he's been quite solid this season for us. He's always fit, great. What about Victor Lindelof next to him? He's garbage, guys. He's really not that good. He might have his spells. He might have his odd game here where he plays like, Lindaldini or whatever you want to call his name, like a great player. But he's most of the time pretty bang average and a lot of the time makes guff errors. That Europa League final, oh my goodness me, Lindelof, you disgust me with his performance. So, I've just had enough of him, to be fair. So we do definitely need to get a centre-back in. Rafael Varane is, of course, the first choice. But even at 35, I just think that Sergio Ramos could be a great fit for United because Solskjaer needs to get a better centre-back in. And if that Varane deal doesn't materialise or he wants to spend the money elsewhere and just take a little bit of a budget option so we don't have to blow 60 mil and we can maybe spend that 60 mil on a CDM or elsewhere, maybe there is a little bit of a balancing act that Solskjaer's going to have to do here if he wants to get the best overall squad come the end of the transfer window. So we'll see. There's a little bit more to come into play here. Okay, it does bring us on to Rafael Varane, though, guys. Now, Rafael Varane, the transfer, it's another bloody saga this one's turning into. So we're understood to have made a move and had negotiations for Rafael Varane with a £50 million bid. For Rafael Varane. This is also reported by Manchester Evening News. The French defender is entering, obviously, the final year of his contract. In just 6 months' time, he can talk to other clubs as a free agent, effectively, and sign for the next summer for nothing. So Real Madrid need to cash in. They either need to cash in or they need to get his contract sewn up and actually sign him up to a new deal. The thing is, Obviously, they've just got David Alaba in terms of expenditure and things. This has been quite a costly year with the pandemic. So there might be the time for Rafael Varane to be leaving Real Madrid. So this is the situation as it stands on Varane, guys, with the latest update. So, by the way, everybody, thanks for joining us. I can see there's a few new people getting in here. Thanks, guys. Do us a favor and hit that thumbs up button if you have not done so already. And also subscribe if you're new to the channel, guys. We're going to do these Man United updates very regularly when there's new transfer news and stuff to discuss. Obviously, last couple of days has been pretty quiet on the transfer front, really. There may be fair amount of publications pumping out a bunch of rubbish, but, more Sancho stuff, more this, more that. But realistically, it's been quite a quiet couple of days. There is a little bit of Trippier stuff we'll talk about as well. But Rafael Varane is understood to be want away from Real Madrid unless they can give him a really significant boost in terms of a contract. Something that Manchester United could give him. He's on £115,000 a week at the moment. We could probably close enough to double it, or certainly 200k a week. But this is the situation as it stands. Real Madrid are understood to want £80 million for the player. So there's still a lot to do in terms of this situation. Now, there is some news, or there is some not news, but there is some murmurs that maybe Victor Lindelof could be on his way out of Manchester United this summer, with the news that United are looking for a centre-back. Could we sign somebody? And actually, some outlets are reporting that there could be a swap situation where Victor Lindelof went the other direction to Real Madrid and was used as a sort of make-weight for the deal. Other people saying that maybe the same thing can happen with Tony Martial. So maybe Tony Martial, in my opinion, is a good squad player, but maybe to use him to get the player that we really need in the centre-back position might not be the worst thing in the world, and then it makes that transfer fee basically nothing, which means that you can then go and spend that transfer kitty on getting that right winger in Jadon Sancho and that CDM you need before the end of the window. And then all of a sudden you've got all the pieces to the puzzle that you need. For now, you've got Cavani up top there with Green deputising. You've got Sancho on the right. You could have that CDM, whoever that may be. And you could have that top quality centre-back in Rafael Varane as well. So in my opinion, it makes absolute sense to try and get rid of Victor Lindelof, to be fair. See you later on, Victor, in my opinion. He is decent sometimes, guys. He's shown he had a good game in the Euros the other day, didn't he? Got a star of the match or whatever. What a load of bollocks, by the way. The keeper should have definitely got that one. What the fuck? Lindelof melted. Anyway, Lindelof is too spicy these days. He makes too many errors. I've had enough of the guy. I would like to see him sold. If he's not sold, I'd like to see him exchange, because I think we do need a new partner for Harry Maguire. Maguire's been decent. I still think maybe if in an ideal world, we would have a better player than Harry Maguire also. But he's our captain. He's there to stay. He's a big concrete slab. He's usually fit. He did get injured, obviously, towards the end of the window. But before that, he had played basically every bloody minute of every game for Manchester United. So a stalwart in the squad this season, somebody that you can depend on to be fit, and is a good player. And with the right partner, everybody keeps saying this, with the right partner, he could be much better. And I don't think Lindelof helps him out with his positioning, his defensive abilities in the air, his reading of the game at the back there. I don't think it's fantastic. He lets us down too often. There's too many holes there. Whereas Rafael Varane, he's got that experience, he's got that quality, and he's fast as well. You know, he's got the pace. We have to consider that if you want to have a good balance. It's all well and good having a big slab who can get up in the air and clear everything away and outmuscle people and get that big slab on it. But if you're getting done for pace and you're being left holes at the back there, then that's not good. We saw that a few times this season. I think Varane, it just decreases the chances that can happen. There's more likely that he's going to be there to cover because of his, he's just a bit quicker. And that is what we need. We need a bit of quickness at the back there because we're lacking. No problem of the wing-back areas there in terms of pace. Luke Shaw, Wan-Bissaka, brilliant. But the centre-backs, not quick enough for Manchester United. And that is a factor. It's not a big factor. As I said, you don't need pace to be a great defender. You don't. I've said that earlier on when talking about Sergio Ramos. So I'm not contradicting myself. Both things do apply. You can be great like a John Terry and not have bags of pace, but just read the game brilliantly and put your body on a line and be a great tackler and all the rest of it. Or you can be a Victor Lindelof, who's, maybe a bit quicker, maybe a better passer of the ball, but in terms of defending ability, is just nowhere near the same playing field. So yeah. Lindelof, I wouldn't really be bothered about seeing him go. I think he's absolutely fantastic, guys. Smash a 69 in the live chat if you would be up for seeing Victor Lindelof leave Manchester United this summer. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you'd rather keep him. In my opinion, we are struggling in those areas because we've got a fair few players, none of which are really that good. Phil Jones, what the fuck? At the end of the day, he's a meme now. He needs to leave. He's a disgrace. At the end of the day, why don't you want to leave, Phil? Why don't you want to leave? Anyway, Eric Bailly, injury prone, but a great defender. I think could be used in a squad rotation system as and when he's fit, like Solskjaer was doing, kind of like Ledley King at Tottenham. That's all you can really do is just unleash him when he's fit. He's a good enough player to come in and do a good job for you. I think we're a better team with 100% Eric Bailly in there and next to Maguire than we are, say, a Lindelof. But problem is he's not fit all the time. Lindelof, Twanzebe, in my opinion, is the one. Twanzebe's a good player. He's a good utility player. You can use him to deputise for these other guys in terms of like Varane and Maguire. Twanzebe can deputise. And Bailly can deputise. He's not going to be fit all the time. So those are the two players to deputise for the two main players, which would be Maguire and Varane, in my opinion. And then the other two players we talked about, Lindelof and Jones. See you later on. It's time for them to go, in my opinion. So, let's just dismiss this. This poll here real quick for a second. Lots of 69s coming in the live chat. The Big Fish would rather keep him. Neil Duffin, how you doing, Neil? He would like to see him sold as well. He thinks he's nobody good. Finley Halpern and Jonathan Gallagher and Adam IOW. Most people wouldn't be bothered if Lindelof was sold. Neil Duffin, Pig, Axel performance against PSG. First match against Mbappe, magnificent. What happened since then? Well, I mean, he wasn't actually given that much of a fair run in the team. He did have a bad game against Leipzig, if you remember in that second game we played against Leipzig. He did have a stinker. But other than that, he's been pretty solid, and he didn't really get selected again much by Solskjaer. So, you know, you can criticise Solskjaer a bit for that. Maybe he did persevere a lot with Lindelof, and yeah, in my opinion, he didn't get quite as many opportunities as he should have got this season. But he's still there. He's still there. He's still young enough. He still can develop, and he can still be a good utility player. I do like to make this point that you can't have 24 or 26 world-class players in your squad. You know, you're going to have what? Ideally, you want about 16. You know, like when I say world-class, I don't really mean world-class. I mean, really, you just want 11. And then the rest of the squad, you need some players who are going to play second fiddle. You need a second-string team. Twanzebe's perfect for that. He's not going to break the bank in terms of wages. Fair enough if he wants to go somewhere where he's going to play regular football and get the opportunities. I totally understand that, because I wouldn't want to rot away and waste my career playing second fiddle, really. But he knows he could be part of something bigger here. You know, there's John O'Shea, there's Wes Brown, there's these great players who played a lot of games for Manchester United over the years. But they're not like the first string. They're fantastic players, don't get me wrong, and they did play a lot of first string games. But they're not the first string, you know. They're not Rio and Vidic. So there's players that you need to come in and do a job as and when you need them. It's just a shame we don't have Wes Brown or John O'Shea, because they're much better than any of the shite we got right now. They're our second string, but nowadays they'd be our bloody first string if you had those guys at their peak playing for Man United right now. Seriously, O'Shea and Wes Brown centre-backs right now would be beautiful in their peak. That'd be beautiful compared to the guff that we've got at the back now. So you, in my opinion, you need a bit of depth there, don't you? And you can't have too many world-class players, you know, too many cooks spoil the broth. You get that bitterness, my friends, and then everybody throws the toys out the pram. There's no harmony, squad harmony. You need to have a balance. So you need players who are aware of their role in the squad. Players like Twanzebe. But look, Raphael Varane, Manchester United, negotiations with Real Madrid, not looking great. They want more money. This is going to be a long, drawn-out process probably for most of the summer to see where Raphael Varane ends up. Obviously, they want the most money they can possibly get for him. They know that if they hold on and wait for the remainder of the window and play hardball, so to speak, they can squeeze a few more £1 million out of Manchester United, because United need this guy. It's evident he would slot into our team overnight and just make us a better team. So we need him. They know that. There may be some other clubs sniffing around him as well. They know that too. Maybe a cheeky little bid might come in from elsewhere and hike up the price a little bit. So they're just going to wait it out on Raphael Varane. And in my opinion, they probably won't sign him up to a new deal. But you never know. There's that option as well with a new manager coming in. Ancelotti might just want to keep Raphael Varane. But we'll see what happens in regards to Raphael. But I think United are probably, you know, the favourites to sign him. But doesn't mean anything, because we know we have a human potato in charge of our transfer dealings, and so it will be very unlikely that we're able to actually get any business done in those regards, because they're fucking useless guys, aren't they? Honestly, our recruitment team's gash. Still, to this point, we've got to bloody middle of June and they haven't wrapped anybody up other than bloody Tom Heaton. It's a disgrace. So there you go, guys. There's the latest news on Varane. There's the latest news on Ramos. Let me have a look at the poll. So we asked a little poll, a cheeky little while ago. And you know what? So which centre-back would you like to see Man United sign this summer? The vote's pretty unanimous here. We've got 20% for Jules Koundé, who I think is a really good young talent, really great player. Sergio Ramos coming in with 28% of the vote. Ramos makes a lot of sense in a lot of ways with that experience, that quality, still good for a little while at least. May not be able to play every single game, but will give you experience and leadership and qualities. And he's a free. He's available on a free transfer, which is quite big when you think about who else you might be able to go and then spend money on to spring in. Rafael Varane wins with 38% of the vote. I thought it would be. And Koulibaly was 16%. Fair enough. So that's the current votes right now. Rafael Varane, 38% of the vote. That makes sense. He's the one that everybody wants. I want him the most as well because he's the best player out of the lot of them right now. Maybe Ramos a few years ago, but he's not 28 Ramos. Ramos is 35. He's getting on a bit. So certainly if you want somebody to have quality and somebody who won't actually fit, I think, in a good partnership with Slabby Maguire, then Varane's your one because he's got that, for that right centre-back spot, he's got that pace next to Maguire, you know, and he reads the game well. He's a good defender, man, to play alongside Slabby. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Koulibaly was my vote, says Berber. Okay, well, yeah, okay, no, he is a good option as well. He's got the experience. He's not old either. He's like 30. He might be available for a reasonable amount of money. I think he's a good option as well, my friend. I do like you. Nathan Best, John O'Shea, Nutmeg Figo, and scored a winner at the Cop End. What a hero, mate. What an unbelievable legend, yeah. What a goal that was, that cheeky little chip lad. Oh, that chip over the keeper, mate. Oh, Berber, Koulibaly was my vote. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can see where you're coming from. Good experience at the back there. Hey, guys, if you're just joining us, do us a favor. Trash that thumbs up button. Let's see if we can get 100 likes on this afternoon transfer news stream. If you enjoy these streams, if you want to see more of them, you want to be kept up to date, then show your support by twatting the thumbs up button. Give it a cheeky little Marwan Fellaini elbow, Zidane headbutt, or a Roy Keane stomp on the like button, my friends. And also give it a share on social media if you can. Like give it a tweet or a retweet or whatever. That'll help us spread the word and get it out there, my friends. And ultimately get a few more piglets in the pen. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, guys, get involved. Share it around if you're interested as well. If you want to do that, you can tell your granny about it, etc. FC United Forever, hello to you today, sir. How you doing? Z18 comments, and he says, I can't see Man United getting any of them names other than Koundé. Maybe Ramos. Yeah, Ramos on a free. This is a Man United signing right now. We did it last year with Cavani, as we discussed earlier. So it is a Man United signing right now. It saves money. You're getting a good player for a season or so. It's a quick fix. It's not a long-term fix, but it's a quick fix for a cheap budget. Compared, he's going to be on a lot of money and he's going to get a decent signing on fee and there's agent fees. But compared to going and signing a £60 million Varane or a £70 million Varane, it's chump change. So that's why I think it is quite likely that Sergio Ramos may actually be at United come the end of the window, certainly if we don't get Varane. Okay then, so the rest of the news, guys, let's get into this. So we've got a little bit more to discuss here, my friends. By the way, if you're new, hit that subscribe button as well. We'll be bringing you the latest goings on in the window from Manchester United. Okay then, so this is some other big news, guys. Manchester United look to have signed our first player of the window, basically soon anyway, pre-contract agreed and all that. Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that Aston Villa goalkeeper passed his medical at Manchester United on Wednesday. So yesterday he had his medical and he's passed it, guys. This is what Romano has come out and said, obviously. I'm sure you've all heard. But basically, you know, so he's been linked, obviously, with United return for a while. Romano revealed that Heaton's moved a step closer because he was set to undergo a medical this week. And then it's just basically come out today. He passed his medical with Manchester United. This is yesterday. Today he passed his medical with Manchester United. So Tom Heaton successfully passed his medical, and now we can consider him a Manchester United player. The contract will be signed for 2 years with an option for one more season on July the 1st, but the deal is done. Heaton is joining Manchester United. So strong words there from Fabrizio Romano. Seems like Tom Heaton's just a matter of time until it's all wrapped up and he becomes a Manchester United player. So get in there, my son. Come on, my son. Let's be having you. Where are you? Yay. 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 Bullshit, isn't it, guys? Fucking Tom Heaton, mate. Seriously. Oh, my goodness me. I'm just going to facepalm here like that Patrick Stewart meme for a while because this is just ridiculous. Okay, actually, it's a good signing, to be fair. It's actually a good signing, but it just frustrates me that it's not on the back of an actual good signing because this signing is just somebody just to be a backup goalkeeper for us. We've already got 2 number 1s at Manchester United. What's going on with either of those? Is Davide going? Is Henderson going to be loaned out? Is Henderson going? One thing I know for sure, Tom Heaton's not challenging for that number 1 spot. Tom Heaton's not dislodging Henderson or De Gea from this squad. So what the hell is this? This is just another bloody Sergio Romero replacement now. Well, okay, great. Okay, fair enough. I'm happy we signed him, but bollocks, mate, is all I can say to that one. This one gives me a big old 0.5 on the fizzing sensation in the loins meter about Man United transfers, okay? What rating would you give this in the old loins fizzing department, guys? Out of 10. Out of 10, rate this out of 10. 10 being, oh my goodness me, we just signed Robin Van Persie for Arsenal for £20 million and he's going to fire us to the title. That's number 10. And what about number 1? Number 1 is, oh my goodness me, Phil Jones has just signed a new 7-year deal with Manchester United. So which is it, guys? Which is it? Hey, thank you very much for subscribing, my friend. I appreciate you. Andy Dyer and Bikan Bian Yankar as well. And also Chesborough Lawrence. Max Milford subscribed as well. And Malangani Diami. I'm sorry, guys, I missed your notifications there. Thank you for subscribing. And anyone else is new, yeah, thank you very much for getting in it. Okay, so yeah, Tom Heaton, it's rubbish, guys. 10 says Dave Lucas. Vinny Helpin says 10. So you guys are seriously excited about the signing of Tom Heaton. Okay then, well that's quite interesting. Me personally, I could take it or leave it, my friends. So there you go. Tom Heaton, though, looks like he's going to be coming to Manchester United. What's his injury history here? He's been largely fortunate with injuries throughout his career, but he's had 2 major setbacks in recent years. He suffered a shoulder injury, which kept him out for 6 months in 2017. And then he had a serious knee injury, signed him for 10 months last year. So, he sounds like a bit of a melter, to be fair, in terms of his recent medical history. But he is effectively just going to be a backup keeper. So, yeah, it's a backup sign in there for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for the goalkeeping position, guys. Fabrizio tweeted, Tom Heaton will undergo his medical at United this week, and then he'll sign the contract until June 2023, plus 1 more season option. Done, completed, and here we go, confirmed. Official announcement expected in July. Fucking unbelievable. Expected in July. Why? Anyway. Okay, and then he just said at the end, regarding Sancho, negotiations still ongoing. Okay, we know that one. Okay then, guys, so, yes. Thank you, Cosmic. Says, like the video, lads. Appreciate you, Cosmic. Yeah, let's get this puppy to 100 likes on the stream. And if you haven't voted in the poll, please do vote. Over 120 votes. Now I can see that. So we got 120 votes, but only 70 likes. Anyway, no, that's cool. Chaos Gamer Pro, hey, how you doing there, bro? Everyone, we got a little bit more transfer news to discuss. Then I'm going to get into the live chat, into the comment section, and see what you legends think. So there's a little bit more about Kieran Trippier, guys. So Manchester United are understood to have had an offer knocked back, somewhere in the region of 23 million for Kieran Trippier. So again, Manchester United lowballing. It's been rejected by Atletico Madrid, with the La Liga champions demanding 40 million euros, which is 34.2 million pounds. So it's not too far away. In regards to Trippier, lots of reports linking him with Manchester United. He wants to come back, looking at properties in Manchester and all this business. He's only 30 years of age. He's been house hunting, all that business. So there's a lot of murmurs about it. He's just won La Liga in Atletico Madrid. United understood to have tabled an offer which was rejected. So this is all part of another little bit of a long, drawn-out process. Manchester United is classic. We go in with a low offer. We meet them somewhere in the middle, usually closer to us because we're just completely tight-fisted bastards. But it's also reported, that Atletico Madrid are in no real hurry to sell him. He said on the Here We Go podcast, there has been a first proposal from Manchester United for Atletico Madrid, and Atletico Madrid say no. It was a verbal one, not an official one, just talking with Atletico Madrid. They say no. They want 40 million euros for Trippier. Manchester United know that they have to pay this fee. He said the player is not desperate to leave the club. Of course, he would be happy to come back to England, but he's okay at Atletico Madrid, and Madrid love the player. So they're happy with him. He played, I think, 26 times for them in La Liga last season, so he had quite a big input into their title-winning campaign. He's just won La Liga there. He must be loving that, guys. He left Tottenham. Think about that. He left Tottenham, and some people could have criticised him for going to Atletico Madrid, you know, to go to Spain. Maybe he would have problems getting back into the international setup, yada, yada, yada. You could criticise it, but actually, he's gone over there, he's won La Liga with Atletico Madrid. That's a great achievement, my friends. He's fucking done the right thing leaving that shithole Spurs. That's for sure. Ain't no bastard going to be winning anything at Spurs. I'm surprised there's not more Harry Kane business going on. I'm surprised there's not more Son Heung-min business going on with clubs clambering to go and sign those players, because if I was either one of those, I'd be wanting to get out of Spurs immediately, guys. It's an absolute sinking ship. It's never going to, you're never going to win the Premier League at Spurs, my friends. So if I was Son or Kane, get out of there. But Trippier did, and Trippier went and he won the La Liga. So all I'm saying is he's got no rush to leave, because he's at a good club that's going to give him good footballing opportunities, as it's just been proven there. So they are probably going to hold out for 40 million euros by the sounds of it, and Manchester United can go and get him if we want to pay 40 million euros. Guys, in the live chat, have your say. Let me know. Do you think Kieran Trippier is worth 40 million euros, or actually just tell me what valuation you would pay Atletico Madrid for him? Bear in mind he's 30, which is actually not that old really, but bear in mind he is slowing down a bit. Bear in mind we've got Aaron Wan-Bissaka at right back, who's just an absolute bloody beast, and this guy's going to give him competition, and he adds a different element because this guy's actually good going forward, good with set pieces, free kicks, all these sorts of things. Totally different sort of player. So it is good in terms of balance. But in terms of like necessity, it's the fourth place in the team we need to look at, really, or even less than that. You know, we know we need a right winger, we know we need a CDM, we know we need a centre back. You could argue we probably need either another centre mid or another striker, because Cavani's not going to be here forever, before we need another right back. But for depth, for quality, for competition, it'd be brilliant to have Trippier there, deputising, or not just deputising, but competing with Aaron Wan-Bissaka for those positions, my friend. So get your votes in. How much do you think you should be looking at paying for Kieran Trippier, guys? I don't think 40 million right now. It makes sense with the contract, with the fact that they maybe will want to get him, get away. Oh, sorry, I missed the super chat here, my friend. Thank you very, very much for the super chat, bro. Dude, I missed that. Sorry. Mad Animal Mikey with a £2 super chat. He says, prediction. Pain. No prediction. Varane, Sancho, and Saul in. Prediction, Martial and Van der Beek out. Wow, okay. I think the Van der Beek situation is a false one, personally. I know there's links with Arsenal and links with other clubs. What is it? Solskjaer's not really giving him that many opportunities. Okay, what? He just really doesn't like the look of him in training. He's not a player for him. Why did we sign him then? Why did we spend all that money? I mean, it makes very little sense. I think Donny will get another season at the club to prove himself, I think. But if he really, really wants to go away, then, then what can be really done about it? Like, if he wants to go, then... Madam Mikey, though, thank you so much for the super chat. And Varane would be great. Sancho would be boss. Sal's the one for me. In terms of a CDM, he's the one I want. Who would you want as CDM, guys? Hey there, Jutaru Kuju. Hey there, Rai Guy, the high guy. What's going on? Voted Koulibaly because I like the name. Awesome, Rai Guy. Thanks for getting in here. Good to see you, man. Botman, yes, Fen Botman, a good young centre-back, good defender, somebody that United could do with. Left foot, I believe he is as well, yeah. Hey, very interesting, yes, Fen Botman it's another budget option for United. Don't rule him out, because you know what United are like. We don't spend money on big players too often anyway. Obviously, we have done quite a lot over the years when you think about it. But realistically, recently, it's not like they're going to go out there and break the bank and get all these big-name players. I can't see. I know Matt Adam and Mikey's just said prediction Varane, Sancho, and Sal. Those are three big marquee name signings. I just can't see us pulling that one off come the end of the window, to be fair, man. No chance for Varane, says yes. Varane is going to renew. Well, it's possible, my friend. I personally think that if he is going to leave, United's the number one destination for him, who needs it the most. He can get good money. But that's if he leaves, I've just talked about the chance of him leaving. I think if Ancelotti wants to keep him at Real Madrid, which if I was Ancelotti, I would want to keep him at Madrid, that he might stand a chance of doing so. They're just going to have to renew his contract, because there is a good chance that Rafael Varane is just using Manchester United's name right now and the link with United to get a bigger contract at Real Madrid. That happens all the time, guys. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's like a prerequisite for agents these days. They just get this PR machine going that, their club's linked to Manchester United, and that just like bumps the price up, and that just makes other clubs want to renew their contracts with players. It happens all the bloody time, mate. It actually sickens me. So when a player does get linked with Manchester United, you can never really be sure what's going on. When a player's leaving because they've got a contract coming up, you can never really be sure what's going on. Kenkichi Attacker says, got red pick Lacroix and Kunku from Champs Rewards. Buzz in, get in there, Kenkichi. Beautiful stuff. I'm doing good, Kenkichi. That's great news. How are you doing today? Okay, so yes, we signed Tom Heaton. In terms of this, the Kieran Trippier situation, offer knocked back. Let's see what you guys said, actually. Sorry, I didn't see what you guys would actually pay for him. Let me dismiss this poll real quick. Ruben Neves is a great shout, Berber. I love that. 25 million says Ollie in. 20 million says Mason M. 25 million says Berber. Jutaru Kuju says 25 million. Yeah, I mean, you can't pay 40 million for a player that age. But then 25 million pounds is not far away from what they want, which is 40 million euros. So they are understood to want 40 million euros, which is about 34 million pounds. So you're saying 25, you know, maybe they could push it up to 30. Maybe paying 30 million for a 30-year-old player who's really well experienced and on the back of a La Liga victory, winning the title over there, is probably actually not too much money to pay right now. It sounds reasonable. To improve your team and get your man for somebody who's going to be there for 2 to 3 seasons. It's not a huge amount of money in today's modern era, my friends. He's a good player, but he is aging a bit. It's a little bit much. It's a little bit much. If you can negotiate a bit with them, we're not going to pay 34 million for him, but if we can negotiate a little bit, maybe 27 million, you know, I'd say get the guy in, because it just adds us depth and quality and competition for places there, which is what we need. And he's a totally different player to Wan-Bissaka as well. Wan-Bissaka's that defensive beast. Kieran Trippier is that passing beast, that set-piece maestro, great delivery, great crosses, great set-pieces, free kicks. Guy's a machine, mate. He's good. He's good. I don't think he's great, but he's a good player, and I'd be happy to see him join Man United. I would. Okay, so they want also Sky Sports though. So these are from some different reports. Fabrizio Romano saying that they want 40 million euros for him. There are some other reports. I'll just give you the latest. Sky Sports reported that they actually want 50 million euros for him. So the Spanish champions do not want to part with England right back, who has 2 years left on his current contract. United are interested in signing Trippier this summer to add competition for Wan-Bissaka. But basically, this is what Sky Sports are reporting anyway, that they want 50 million euros, which is way too much money, guys. That's just ridiculous. So Sky Sports, once again, talking absolute gash, I believe. Also, before we get into the comments section here, guys, and we will obviously talk about all of the transfer stuff. We've got some information about Sancho we've discussed in this, a little bit more about Varane, Sergio Ramos, obviously the big story of the day. What's going to happen with his future? Is there a link to United? We'll cover all this stuff again in a minute when we go to the comments. But just finally, the fixture list was announced yesterday. Of course, Man United start with a home game against Leeds United. Oh, we're going to smash up the scum on the first day of the season, followed by Southampton, Wolves, Newcastle United, and West Ham. So just wanted to, in case you didn't know that, I'm sure you all knew that, but Leeds United, first game of the season at Old Trafford. Right then, lads and lasses, so just to give you a breakdown before we get into the comment section, for anybody that's just joining us, if you are just joining us, smash that thumbs up button on the stream, give us a cheeky little like tickle if you haven't done so already. That sounded wrong, didn't it? But give it a cheeky little like if you haven't done. If you're new to the channel, you can smash that subscribe button as well. Get your thoughts and opinions in. I want to hear from you in the comment section, guys. Tell me your opinions on Sergio Ramos at United, on Raphael Varane, on Trippier, on anything else that we've discussed in this video. Get your thoughts in. I want to talk to you. But just before we do that, Sergio Ramos leaving Real Madrid. He's ruled out Sevilla, he's ruled out Barcelona, but obviously there is a new club that's going to be the destination for Sergio Ramos. That will be announced at a later date. Obviously, he's still a Real Madrid player right now until the end of the month. So after all that, then he will come out, I'm sure, and decide his future, or if there's offers from clubs, then that will get sorted out. So I think Manchester United should put the offer on the table. I really, really do. If we actually had any bottle about us as a club, if we had real investment from our owners at this moment in time where we are right now with what's happened with the European Super League and the owners and the fans hating them and everything, if they had any bottle about them, they signed Varane and Ramos, guys. Just imagine getting that duo back together. Just get that duo back together immediately for Man United. Instantly, we're a better side overnight. They've been playing together for fucking years. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be the stupidest idea in the world, would it, mate? One of them's definitely leaving. The other one, if you twisted Real Madrid's arm or their nipple enough with a good offer, they would be open to letting him go too. All of a sudden, you've got Ramos and Varane at the back instead of bloody Maguire and Lindelof. It's not fucking rocket science, is it? Okay, Ramos might only be here for a year, but still. But that's a club with actual ambition. That's what a club with actual ambition would do. Anyway, thank you very much. We've got a new member of the channel. It is the Spiritual Being. Thank you very much, my son, for being spiritual and being here. Thank you, the Spiritual Being. Hey, everyone, all the channel members, get your favourite channel member emoji in there to welcome the Spiritual Being to the membership of the channel. I really appreciate that, the spiritual being. Great to see you back in here as well. And thank you so much for that, you legend. How are you anyway? Get your favourite channel member emojis in there, all the channel members. So Sergio Ramos, guys. Rafael Varane, obviously, the deal with Manchester United negotiated with Madrid. They're not interested at the moment with our low ball offer. They want more money. It's going to be a long, drawn-out process there. Will he sign a new contract? Could Rafael Varane be using Manchester United's name to get a new, better renewed contract at Real Madrid? That's also entirely possible. Tom Heaton, pre-contract signed, medical passed, just a matter of time until he signs. Announcement coming July as per Fabrizio Romano, but it seems all done and dusted, that one. He's even given it the old trademark, here we go. So Tom Heaton is a Manchester United player by the looks of it, not 100% official yet, but by the looks of it, which is just a backup goalkeeper signing. And Kieran Trippier, we had an offer knocked back for 23 million for Kieran Trippier. They're understood, Atletico Madrid are understood to be holding out for somewhere in the region of 40 million euros for the guy. So there's all the big storylines of today, guys. That's the latest. Get your thoughts and opinions in now about anything we've discussed. Smash a like on the video, get involved, and tell me what you think. Safwan, Locatelli definitely doesn't look bad, mate. 2 goals the other day. Very good performance in the first game. Exactly the sort of player that Manchester United need. Now, is he proven, or is he proven top level? Not really. He's not proven in the Premier League or anything, but he does look good. He does seem to have the talent, and United need to be looking at these players. One thing I love about these big summer tournaments like the Euros or the World Cup is you do often see some breakout stars. You get to see almost like a scouting, like a tournament. You can become a scout. You can just watch these players that you may not be watching because they play in the Bundesliga or the Austrian League or the Belgian Pro League or the French League or wherever. And you can just see them have a good tournament or have a few good games. And stars can be born in these sorts of campaigns. So it's quite interesting, isn't it? Because obviously nobody was talking about Locatelli before the Euros. Nobody was saying, I think Manchester United should sign Locatelli. I certainly didn't hear anybody saying that anyway. But just with a couple of games at the Euros with many eyes on them, having a couple of good performances, that's what it can do, guys. So yeah, you could see some big breakout stars because of the Euros. And he could be a good player that we could get. Irish Paddy says Twitter. So my Twitter is actually down there. It's not anymore. There it is. Flying Pig United. If you want to follow us on Twitter, mate, Flying Pig United, or Instagram is Flying Pig United. Facebook's Flying Pig United. The website's flyingpigunited.com for all your latest Manchester United news. So do get involved by checking that out if you fancy. Amandla Matthew Bula says, we want Locatelli and Varane /Kier and a new couch. A new couch or a new coach? You want a new coach, do you? You don't like Solskjaer? Guys, let's have a cheeky little vote on Solskjaer right now. Where's the fan base at, man? Come on, guys, let's get all aboard the Solskjaer train, my son. He's done a good job. Okay, he bottled the Europa League final. That wasn't good. Victor Dwindloff shat it. We could have done with slabbing to Maguire at the back. He may have shat it too. Solskjaer's tactics, Solskjaer's substitutions late in the game, of course. Gash didn't even do any until right at the end of the game. Oh, my goodness me. Had a mare. But other than that, we finished second in the league. He didn't have all the backing of the Glazers. He didn't have the backing that some of the other coaches do. People like Chelsea's managers, City's manager, etc. We didn't sign the players in the window. We didn't sign the players in the January window when we were first. In my opinion, he did a good job, but did a somewhere between satisfactory and good job. Not a great job, not even a good job, just a, maybe better than average job. League-wise, it was good. Everything else was gash. European Cup, we went out the group stage, that was gash. Europa League, we lost the final against the team we should have beaten, that was gash. But everything else about the season, and the FA Cup, that was gash. But everything else about the season was actually okay. There was progression. So I'm saying, let's just get a cheeky little hashtag Ollie in the live chat, or a cheeky little hashtag Ollie out. This is what I'm asking you guys. Are you Ollie in or are you Ollie out? Let's have a vote now. Now that the dust has settled, now that there's no knee-jerk reaction from just after the Europa League final, everybody coming in here slagging Ollie. Where are you actually? What's your thoughts on the situation? Do you think Solskjaer should be at the wheel to start the new season? Me personally, I'd give him another year. I would give him another year because he's done all right so far on, let's face it, a pretty limited budget. It's not like he's had unreal resources that some of the other coaches have had at their disposal. And I think even some of the money we've spent not been spent that great. 80 million on Maguire is not really good value for money, really. It's not been spent well. And Solskjaer's not in charge of that. He might say, yes, get me slabbing Maguire. I want him. But he's not saying, yeah, pay £80 million for the slab. That's down to the negotiations team and Woodward and Judge and these guys. So they've overspent on players, and they've done that throughout their whole careers at Manchester United, to be fair. They've always overspent on players, whether it's wages or transfer fees and everything. They just generally have always overspent. Ollie in says AR Dan. Ollie in beats produced by CM. Sorry. Ollie in says El Professor. Kyan says agree. Yeah. Ollie in one more season says Luis Velez. Lavutinator says Ollie in all day, every day, and twice on a Sunday. Get in there. That's the sort of... Go on, Lavutinator, my son. That's the sort of Ollie in vibes I like. Beats produced by CM. Ollie in if he gets the signings. Hashtag Ollie in, says Dizzy Red Devil. Davy Fisher, White aren't signing a good centre-back like Varane. We will probably end up with Ben White. Oh, yeah, there is that Ben White link there as well. Arsenal are linked to him at the moment. That makes more sense for me. If I was Arsenal, I'd really be trying to get Ben White, and I think they are trying to get Ben White. United, on the other hand, we should be looking at that more elite player. I know you said we aren't signing a good centre-back like Varane, but come on, we should do. And if we can't get Varane, we should go get Ramos. You know, he's a good fix for a season or two. Ben White may have a great future, but he's not that ready, experienced player right now who can just be an elite player immediately for us, I think. He's had one season in the top flight for Brighton. No matter how good he is, he's not going to be as good as, you know, Ramos or Varane, I'm sorry to say. So those guys can come in and do a better job for us in the short term. Okay, Ben White's one for the future, but, you know, what do you think about Ben White, guys? Would you like to see Manchester United sign Ben White? I know G-Wolf absolutely loves Ben White. He's got him, he's like Slabby Maguire Mark II to him. Get your thoughts in. Ben White, yes or no? Would you like Manchester United to sign Ben White? Ben White from Brighton. Ben White. You know, that famous name, Ben White. 109 minutes of international football. Ben White. He is good, Grego. I just said he's a good player. He's a good player, mate, with a good future. But he's not a top tier player. Let me ask you this question. Are Real Madrid, Barcelona, PSG, Juventus, are these clubs trying to sign Ben White? Are these clubs trying to sign Ben White? No, they're not, because he's not an elite level player. Maybe in 5 years' time, who knows? Okay, you can get yourself a good squad player for now, I get that. Probably better than Victor Dwindloff right now. But he's not going to be an elite level player. That's why nobody else at the top level signed him. That's why this Arsenal were bloody linked with him. Arsenal mid-table calamities, mate. That's why he's being linked with Arsenal. Berber says yes to Ben White. Shazza says Ben Shite. White over Ramos all day, says the Vutinator. Wow. Gregor says he's very good. He is good. He is good. Just English tax for Ben White. Yeah, that's the thing. You've got to pay extra money as well because he's English. Only thing is he's more obtainable because he plays for Brighton and not a big club. Hey guys, we're only 14 likes away from 100 likes on the stream. We've got to get to 100 likes. Smash the thumbs up button if you haven't done so. If you're just joining us, that would mean the world to me. Thank you, everybody. G-Wolf United says, yes, please. You love him, G-Wolf, yep. Kayam, Arsenal are trying to sign Shite. That says a lot. It does say a lot, Kayam. Yes, Arsenal, well, the thing is, they can't be going around shop. Sorry to any Arsenal fans who are watching, but you just shite, mate. You shite in the window. You've had a shite history in recent modern times. You just shite. Nobody's wanting to sign for Arsenal right now. The problem is you don't have elite-level football to offer these great players. You don't see Varane being linked with Arsenal because it's bloody laughable, my friends. There's no fecking way that anybody like that signing for Arsenal this summer. I'm surprised they even managed to get Thomas Partey last season. I really am. That was a great signing for them, to be fair. They may be able to surprise me again with a signing like that, but I just don't think so because they don't even have Europa League football to offer anybody right now. At least last season they're on the back of an FA Cup win. You know, there's good feelings around the club. But this season they've just gone backwards. They finished 8th, guys. That's shocking. There's no big clubs, no big players wanted to join a club like that right now. You know, Rafael Varane, any of these players. Sergio Ramos, none of these players have considered joining Arsenal, mate. Arsenal was shite. Just the facts, guys. Just the facts. Anyway, guys, yes, get your thoughts and opinions in. I'm going to stick around for a good few more minutes, so get your thoughts and opinions in about anything we've discussed. Basically, all the news, as we've covered it, we'll probably be back tonight with a cheeky little update. If there is any news, I've already set my FIFA stream up for tonight at 11 p.m, so we'll be back streaming FIFA tonight. But for now, get your thoughts and opinions in about anything you would like to, discuss. You sent me a tweet, did you? Let's check it out. Irish Paddy. Oh, holy shit, mate. Oh, nice, mate. You serious, mate? He's only gone and got that Vinicius Junior festival. Nice, mate. What a pack, lad. Hey there, Ellie. How you doing, Ellie? Says, yo. Oh, hope you're all good. Just saying hi. Hi, Ellie. Thank you very much for getting in. Rocking those new emojis. Get the new emojis in there. Bacon Brigade. Ellie, thanks for getting in here, you legend. Hope you're doing well today. The spiritual being says, Ollie bottled the Champions League. We shouldn't have been in the Europa in the first place. He did kind of bottle the Champions League group stage, yeah. It's such a shame because we smashed up PSG, we smashed up Leipzig, and it was just like, yeah, we're going to get through. And then we just seemed to just bottle it right at the end. It was really quite pathetic. Hey there, Sin Games. How you doing, you top don? Sin Games, what a legend. How are you, sir? I don't want Ramos, to be honest, he says. Fair play, fair play. Well, why is it? It's because of his age? Because he's a little bit injury prone, maybe? Because maybe the reason he's leaving Real is because they offered him less money and he wants more money. He's just going for the money. Those are good reasons to not want him, to be fair. Those are all valid reasons. I overall do want him because I think he's got good experience. He's got good mentality on the pitch. I think he will add a lot to the side, and just developing youngsters around him as well might help a bit as well. And with the competitive edge that he has, I think he could add a lot, but only for the short term. It's only a signing for a season or two. It's not really going to be a long-term deal. But if I'm United and we can't get Varane, and by the way, when I say I like him and I want him, he's not my first choice. Rafael Varane is 100% all day long the first choice for Manchester United this summer window. That's the player we should be looking to sign because he's in his prime. He's 28. He's bossing it for France, obviously World Cup winner. Like it doesn't really get any better than Rafael Varane right now for who's actually available to Manchester United. He's semi-available. Now, he may be trying to sign a new contract to Real Madrid, but he's semi-available in the sense that there is links with Manchester United. There is negotiations going on there. So, if United want to get our player, we can go and get him. Solskjaer should be very desperate to get Rafael Varane in right now. I would be if I was him, because it's a missing piece of the puzzle. Very few and far between these type of top-tier centre-backs, guys. Yeah, there's lots of Sven Botmans and Ben Whites and all these guys who could turn into great players, but actually getting them right now in their prime, like a David Alaba. Obviously, Madrid have just replaced him with a great signing, David Alaba. That's another wicked player in his prime who's still, like, right now, world-class experience for the next five years. It's pucker for David Alaba, just like it's pucker for Rafael Varane, which is why Manchester United need to try and sign the lad. No, I'm not doing a watch-along for the Belgian game today, Irish Paddy. My bad, mate. Yeah, no. To be fair, I just wanted to jump on and talk about the Sergio Ramos situazione and Rafael Varane. Sin Game says, yes, Varane for me. Ramos at a push for a year or two. Absolutely. That's my thinking. Like, Ramos should be the backup signing for us. If we can't sign for Varane for whatever reason, if he signs a new deal at Real Madrid, go and sign Ramos. He's available. That would be my message to the club. 240 votes, guys, on the poll, and I'm just going to give you the results here. So I'm just going to close that poll right now. That's plenty enough votes, I think. Get your final votes in if you want to get your final votes in. But it looks like it's actually very, very close. Now, in fact, I'm going to have to leave it for a couple more minutes because it's so close on the votes. I'm very, very surprised. In fact, I'm going to close it because it's quite interesting. All right, let's have a look at this poll, guys. Ready? Ended. Check a look at the results in the live chat here, guys. You can see that 36% of the live chat wants Rafael Varane to be the player that signed for Manchester United. Sorry, 35% want Rafael Varane to sign for Manchester United this summer. A staggering 35% also want Ramos to sign for Manchester United this summer. So we got a tie, guys. That is I'm so surprised. I think I've changed your minds throughout the stream, haven't I, guys? No, I haven't really, but that is crazy, mate. Varane was winning really clear earlier on. There's a lot of reasons, though. Don't forget the fact Ramos is free. Now, you could spend £60 million on Varane and pay him similar wages to Sergio Ramos. Or you can just pay a small signing-on fee, agent fee, and get Sergio Ramos at your club and save a huge amount of money. Let's say you save £45 million. That £45 million can then be put into buying a Declan Rice, or I don't personally want Rice, but if Solskjaer wants Rice, then a Declan Rice. I don't personally want Rice. I would go and buy a Sal Niguez from Atletico Madrid as well. Or it gives you the opportunity to go and put the money into getting a Kieran Trippier and putting it towards Jadon Sancho. So for me, it's an absolute no-brainer, guys. Like, cash in. Cash in, and but actually, no, I would rather Varane. It's in a way you can improve your overall squad. If you signed Ramos, you can improve your overall squad. But Ramos isn't the player who's going to be fit all the time. That's another thing that we discussed earlier. He's just not going to be fit all the time. TL Kizar says, bro, can you buy Oasis membership for me? What is Oasis membership, mate? Like the band Oasis, mate? Do they have a membership club? Sorry, bro, I can't really help you on that one, dude. I'm sorry. Bell says 241 votes, less than 100 likes. Shame on you people. He brings up a good point. Yes, well, do us a favor and hit the thumbs up button. Let's see if we can get 100 on it anyway. Thank you, Bell. Star-Lord says, Varane, hope not. He is always injured. He can't stay fit in La Liga. He has no chance of staying fit in the Premier League. Fair point, Star-Lord. This is what I was saying earlier on. He's the type of player that is going to be playing, 50% of the games throughout the season? But I think that might work out for Manchester United because Eric Bailly is another player like that. He's somebody that you have to manage. He's going to be injured throughout the season here and there. His conditioning is, it's injury prone. It's gash. Same goes for Sergio Ramos to a degree, especially at the end of his career now, 35. He had some of last season off, didn't he? So think about it. He is injury prone. He's not somebody you can rely on like Harry Maguire to be there every single minute of every single game. But that's what I like. I like the fact that you've got two players who can just fill that one spot, and they're both good enough, I think. Bailly on his day, people will slag him off, but I think one of the problems he has is he's never fit enough to have much of a good run. But Solskjaer deserves credit because of all the managers, he's probably done the best with Eric Bailly in managing his fitness and his conditioning, keeping him fit and popping him in for certain games here and having good performances out of him. So I think if you had Bailly and you had Sergio Ramos playing alongside Maguire with Bailly backing him up and Twanzebe backing him up, then that's probably enough. And then see you later on Victor Lindelof because he's absolutely bloody gosh-tastic. View from Lookout says, I don't mind rice with a bit of tikka chicken. Sito Kaiba, Ramos is a statue. He's too old. Says, and do you realise we've actually got Harry Maguire at the club? Like, he's literally an Easter Island statue, mate. Get your Easter Island head emojis in the live chat to celebrate Slamming Maguire, guys. Because I think you're forgetting. You just said Sergio Ramos is a statue. I think you're forgetting. We've got a bloody human statue in there. An Easter Island head, guys, in Harry Maguire. So you need somebody... Hey, no, fair enough. Fair enough. I know what you said. He's older now. Sito says, if you're going to sign Ramos, then let Ollie go play as a number 9. I tell you what, mate, honestly, I'd probably rather have done that than had Tony Martial on the pitch after these games this season, Sunshine. I'd rather stick Ole Gunnar Solskjaer on at the end of a game from a corner if we need a tap-in than probably most of the bloody players out there on the pitch, even now, bro. Did you see him playing that Legends game last summer? Still had an eye for goal, didn't he? Lots of slabby emojis coming in the live chat, mate. Yeah, too statuesque, though. I hear you. Ramos is older. Johnny Denton says no to Ramos. Reno Ardianza says no. Sin Games holding up that Statue of Liberty. Sean Byrne, do I prefer Liverpool or City? I mean, that is a horrendous question, Sean Byrne, to be fair, mate. Can I answer that politically correctly? They're both absolutely stinking gash. There you go, mate. Do you know who I prefer? No, I can't separate them. They're absolute scum to me. I'm sorry. Stream Enemy. Oh, nice one. Thank you very much for subscribing, Bazenga Forever. And thank you, Gaurav Bandari, for subscribing as well, Gaurav. Appreciate you guys. If you're new, do as Bazenga and Gaurav Bandari has just done and hit that subscribe button. We'll be on here every day bringing you the latest Man United news. And we've smashed 100 likes on the stream as well. Get in there. Thank you. The power of the Baker Brigade. Thank you very much for everybody who smashed that thumbs up. Rupert Meadow feels so sorry for Ramos. Doesn't want to leave Madrid. They have treated him disgusting. I don't know, they have treated him that disgusting. He literally said, look, this is from Fabrizio Romano. He said, this is from Sergio Ramos's lips. In the last months, Real Madrid offered me an offer for 1 year with 10% less salary. That's not a lot less for somebody who's 35, really. 10% less. That's reasonable. The money was never the problem. He said the money was never the problem. I want a 2-year contract. Then I accepted the proposal, but the contract renewal offer had an expiration date. And I didn't know about it. That just sounds like absolute bollocks. Sergio Ramos coming out. Basically, he didn't have an expiration date. It's expired because you let it expire because it wasn't a good enough offer for you. That's the reality of it. He can get more money elsewhere. So I think it's a money move, this one. Maybe he's had enough and he wants a new challenge. He has been at the club 16 years and done everything there is to do in a Real Madrid shirt, to be fair. So maybe he just does want to change the scenery. New challenge. That absolutely makes sense. But it is about money, it is about money, and I'm not sure if Real Madrid did him that dirty there. He's just said himself, he admitted that they offered him a contract for a year with a 10% less money. That sounds pretty reasonable. I don't think they've done him that dirty there. They've got to say to him, look, Sergio, you're getting older, you're getting more injury prone. You didn't play that much last season, We're going to have to give you a little bit less money, but not a lot less. You're on what, 200k? Yeah, we'll give you 20k a week less, son. And you still be Sergio Ramos at Real Madrid. He's gone, yeah, I'll think about it. And then he's just never got back to them. And they've put the feelers out there and they're going, oh shit, we can get 500k a week in China, mate. We can get 500k a week, go to play for Guangzhou, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what we can go do. So it wouldn't surprise me in a way if that is the reason. Because he just wants more money. El Professor comments, Ramos being old could be a good thing. He brings experience and the other centre-backs would learn a thing or two. I'm with you, El Professor. Definitely. Look at Cavani at the top of the pitch. Exactly the same. Laurent Blanc. Remember when we signed Laurent Blanc back in the day? I think he was even older. Wasn't he like 36? Still did a great job for us that season. Still imparted wisdom onto the other players and stuff. Yeah, absolutely agree with you. It's a short-term fix. I would sign him. I would sign them both. I keep saying it, guys. The club should have ambition. I would sign them both and get rid of Lindelof, get rid of Phil Jones, do some business getting players out this window and get in Varane and bloody Sergio Ramos. They've been playing together for years, mate. It makes sense. They're both available. We should have never sold Romelu Lukaku, says View from Lookout. What do you guys think? Yes or no? Should we have sold Romelu Lukaku? Yes. I say yes, because even though he's a great striker and he's doing bits over in Serie A is not the Premier League. He was doing bits before in the Premier League, though, before joining United, which is a fair point. But I don't know. I just don't think his style suits Manchester United so much. I don't think he's got a style that suits the way United wanted to play. He's not a traditional Manchester United striker. That's basically the problem with him. It's not that he's not a great player. It's just that he's not the right sort of player for our system that Solskjaer wants to play and that historically we do play. We usually play with more, more nippy striker finishers, skillful, whether it's your Ruud van Nistelrooy's with your nippy sort of get in behind there or your fucking, just take your pick. They're not usually big hold-up men like that or big, not usually. We've had a few over the years, obviously, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, but that's when we had Jose Mourinho as manager. United traditionally don't play that style. Dolberg says, View from Lookout, the real claiming Lukaku was frustrating and we didn't give him service, wrong fit. Yeah, exactly, wrong fit. It's not that he's not a great player, it's just a wrong fit for the club. And actually, we did him kind of dirty as a fan base, I think, because even when he was at United, during that struggling period, he still averaged 1 every 2 games, which is not great for a number 9 or a striker, but it's also not terrible, depending on what else he's doing for the team. Davy Fisher, Jose and Van Gaal both won trophies under the same board with worse squads. Okay, they did win trophies, but they didn't leave us in great positions. They didn't have us, challenging the league. Even Jose finished second one year, but we were miles off the league. So yes, progression with a cup win, but not progression overall as actually trying to get that Premier League title. I don't think anyway, but look, maybe if they'd have backed Jose in that summer before he left, then it could have been a different story. He wanted backing. They didn't back him. It could have been a totally different story. FC United, I'm good, Mr. Camps, as I keep telling you. I'm a missus. Sorry a comment. I'm roughly 35 minutes behind live. Oh, no worries, FC United forever. Well, thank you for getting in here, and in 35 minutes' time, you'll hear this. Football with Brownie says, I'm guessing Ramos to PSG myself. I've actually met his brother, Rene, who's also his agent, and something is telling me PSG could be his next move. Is that because he's got a name from somebody who's French in that TV show called Hello, Hello? Rene, good morning. Well, just because he's got a French name, Brownie, doesn't mean he's going to France. Hey, no, fair enough. That's actually a good shout. It really is. Like, that is a good destination, isn't it? They could afford him. He's on a free. He'll be going to somewhere like that. I don't think Sergio Ramos is going to China or somewhere like that, by the way. I don't think it's that much of a cash grab. I still think he wants a new challenge. I think he wants to stay in Europe. I think it probably will be a club like PSG or maybe in Serie A. Or maybe if Manchester United had the bottle to go and do it, then we could go and get him. But I do think United is one of the most favourite destinations, especially if we don't sign Varane. That, obviously, if we sign Varane, there's no chance that Sergio Ramos is coming as well. But if we don't sign Varane, if he signs a new contract at Real Madrid, I would think Solskjaer would want to go and get Ramos as a cheap option for a year. So it's not beyond the realms of possibility. Do I think we'll sign Sergio Ramos this window? I don't. I think what we'll do is either try and get Varane in, and even that's really unlikely. Probably what we'll most likely do is end up getting Sven Botman or some other cheaper option. Oh, Rene, exactly there for Ramos should be coached, but actually PSG's it's a good shout, yes. Pig, what do you think about Hakimi? Yeah, fair enough, good sign, and nearly confirmed to join Chelsea, and Haaland personal terms agreed, mate. It's sickening, dude. It's sickening. I don't want to see Chelsea get so strong like that, man. Haaland, Hakimi, these are very good players, guys. Especially Haaland. I mean, they're getting potentially one of the best players, of all time there. We'll see, he's young now, but if he keeps up this striking rate and improves as the years would imply that he will in terms of experience and quality and just getting better like players do as they get older, wow, he's going to be some player because he's already a crazy good player. The fact we still don't have Sancho is embarrassing. Absolutely daily bits it is. Thank you for subscribing, Sean Byrne Football Channel. Appreciate it, man. Screely comments Jadon Sancho, question mark. Still far apart in negotiations there, man. That's going to be one for the whole hot summer, I think, dude. I hope he signs just after the Euros. Hell, I hope he signs in the next few days. Fact is, the Euros are on. It's not looking great. In my opinion, it probably will happen. You know, it probably will happen, because why would we go back and have another big drawn-out saga of negotiations this summer after last summer's debacle if we're really not going to get closer to their valuation and properly do business with them? So I think we will, but it's just part of the process. They want to save a few million here, save a few million there. They've got to work it out. They've got to keep Dortmund on their toes. They've got to not pay too soon. This is what they do. They never get a big deal like this in over the line quickly, whether it's Bruno or Maguire or whoever. It takes about a year most of the time. They get the feelers out. They get negotiations in there, and then they lowball the shit out of them, and just as the contract's starting to go, then that's when they make an agreement, really. So yeah, I can see us fighting out with Arsenal for Ben White, says Sin Games. Ben White's not a bad player, but he's not the player I want, because like I said, Ben White's not the player that, you know, Inter want or Juventus want. He's not the player that PSG want, or he's not the player that Real Madrid and Barcelona want. And I want players that those teams want. I want players that are good enough to go and play in those teams, because I think United should have those good quality players who are world-class. Not a whole team of them like a Galactico side, but just enough to be able to have a good spine. And at the moment, we don't have a world-class centre-back, so it would be key to sign Rafael Varane. Star-Lord says he's got a feeling Sancho might flop. I hope not, though, man. Well, he is young and he has got a great lot of future ahead of him. So even if he did have a struggle settling in first, you know, season settling in, he's still got a lot of time ahead of him to you know, get settled. And, you know, even if he did have a first season of gashness, I'm sure he'd be all right. Listen to Castillo, first sniper. It's a banger pick. Okay, Z18. Guys, I'm going to leave this video here then today, guys. But thank you so much, everybody who's got in here. Over 100 likes on the stream. Thank you, everyone who's hit the like. Smash the thumbs up before you go if you haven't done so. Also, if you are new to this channel, you can hit the subscribe button. We'll be on here pretty much every day, giving you all the latest and greatest Manchester United transfer news and stuff as the window progresses, and do a bunch of watch-alongs. We'll be doing the England game tomorrow as well. But we'll only really be jumping on when there's big news like today. Obviously, there's a bit of stuff about Ramos leaving Real Madrid. Just wanted to talk about that. A little bit more on Varane, Trippier situation and stuff. But yeah, we're not going to be jumping on here like every day. Obviously, the last couple of days we haven't done that much because there hasn't been that much transfer news, guys, unless you just want regurgitated mess-up clickbait guff, which is not for me, guys, you know. I mean, we wanted to talk about Ramos to Man United today to see if it's possible, and just discuss it and get into it, and I believe we've done that. And to give you my thoughts and a conclusion, I don't think we're signing Sergio Ramos. I think even if we don't get Varane, we'll probably go for somebody else, a younger option. But look, I do think Solskjaer should want him. I would want him at the club because I still think he's good enough and is a great leader and all those other reasons we talked about to still do a job for Man United. Maybe not for 38 games of a Premier League campaign, but for half that number. You know, for half that number, he could be a very good, solid player and just impart a lot of wisdom onto the rest of the folks in the squad. Thank you so much, Rupert Meadow, Daily Bits, Jonathan Gallagher, Berber. Thank you so much, Daily Bits, Star-Lord, Johnny Gallagher, Shazan Ahmed, the Vutinator, everyone who's got involved in the live chat today. Really appreciate you all watching. Have a great day, everybody. Keep a lookout later on. If there's breaking news or if there's any major movements in regards to, you know, any of the players we discussed, Sancho, Varane, anybody, I will bring you the latest on the news with some breaking news. So keep a lookout. Make sure you've clicked that bell icon so you get a notification when we post and go live on the channel. Smash it like your name was Quasimodo. Esmeralda! The bells! The bells! Yes, smash that bell icon, then you'll get notified when we post. You can follow us on social media, Flying Pig United on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and the website is flyingpigunited.com. Thank you very much, guys, everybody tuning in. Huge try hard. Have a great day too. Dizzy Red Devil, much love. Thanks for the info. Great listen. Thank you so much, Dizzy. Thank you so much for being a member of the channel and just getting in here with pure positivity all the time, my friend. Real Clammy, Social99, Sin Games, View from Lookout. Everyone, take it easy. This is the Pig. Hope you enjoyed the latest update. If you did, you know what to do. And also come back in a few minutes' time. Once this video is finished and have your say in the not live comment section, you can come back after and keep the debate going and get your thoughts and opinions in about any of these players or anything we've discussed. Tan Boon Hua, David Mardlin, Aidan McDonald, Star-Lord, Sin Games, Aaron Homard, and every one of you. Take it easy. This is the Pig. I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. And come on, United. Sort your bloody lives out. Hashtag Blazers out. Get that green and gold emojis in there right at the end of the stream just to finish on. Flood it out because let's get these wankers out of our football club. Never forget. Hashtag Blazers out. See you later, guys.